Hello, this is McMulligan, and we're back with more Dark Souls. This time we're going to be heading down into the sewers. But first we have to deal with this dragon, or at least deal with this dragon again. Yes, I know he fucked off, but he's back again. You'll probably notice that I have a much different weapon, well, not too much different of a weapon from what I had before. I switched out to the Claymore, a weapon that I actually haven't played around with too much. I used it for a little bit before, but I wasn't able to get the Black Knight weapons this early. And those tend to be some of my favorite to use, at least when it comes to a strength build, which is what I'm essentially doing. But to continue forward, we are going down here into the sewers. Now, this is the lower part of the city. There are a lot of thieves down here, a lot of dogs, things like that. Yeah, they're not very friendly, I'll put it that way. Just opening up that shortcut. Yep, that's just what you do. Bait them back out and hit them as they come through the gate. At least if you have a big enough of a weapon, you can just sort of kill them both. Now, I didn't go with the Zweihander, mostly because I don't like the Zweihander. It is way too slow for my taste, and honestly, anyone I've ever fought that has had, well, that has used a Zweihander in this game, I've never lost to. Just too slow. Sorry, I had to pause recording there for a minute, but continue on. We have someone to rescue.
Somebody, anybody, help me. Damn, I'm fit powdered.
Alright, I think I actually do need the resonance key for that one. Actually, I can go take care of that now. I did just open up the shortcut, actually. So I can just sort of walk back up through that shortcut and go grab that key. Now, this guy right here, I think he teaches you sorceries. Something interesting to note about him when we go to speak to him is, and they kind of have hinted at this in a bit of lore, but he is not very smart. Like, at all. But he's still a sorcerer. Which has led me to believe that sorcery intelligence isn't actually quantifying to actual intelligence, because the guy is kind of an idiot. He doesn't actually understand how the magic works at all. He just sort of is a user of it. I guess kind of like if we're... I know I tend to quote D&D a lot for a lot of things, but think of it like a sorcerer, I guess. I mean, they are called sorceries. You don't really understand your magic. You can just kind of do it, and you can kind of pick up spells that people teach you. But it isn't like an innate, like... Well, not innate, but it isn't like a learned understanding. It can be, however. We meet some other sages later in the game. Big Hat, Lillian, I believe the name was. Correct me if I'm wrong. But actually a studier of the magic and tries to further, like, arcane understanding. Whereas this guy that we're about to rescue is very much so just kind of a user. Which is weird considering we have things like faith spells and pyromancies, which you'd think those would be more in that domain, and they actually for the most part are. But even then, you still find people who study and understand pyromancies. Although the clerical spells, to a lesser extent, people just sort of worship the gods and are granted that power through just having enough raw faith in them. Might as well purchase the bottomless box while we're here. I went ahead and upgraded this weapon to +5 as well off screen. Figured it would just kind of speed things along. Didn't want to have you guys just sit there and watch me grind out Titanite shards for like 20 minutes. Well, to be fair, it wasn't that long, but still, it was kind of boring to watch. Yes, yes, yes. I know you're throwing fire bombs at me. Fuck off. You think they'd ever run out of fire bombs? Like, I get it, you know, the other guys, they have all the swords and everything, but, you know, even to me, the firebombs are like a finite material. You think they would just run out of, like, yeeting fire rocks to throw at you at some point. Ah, was the right key. Alright, let's talk to this lad.
Brilliant. You opened the door for me. Thank you. I'm saved. I thought I might never escape. I am Griggs of Vinheim, a sorcerer of the school. I am much obliged for your assistance. Thanks to you, I may now resume my travels.
Interesting.
Oh, hello. I'm fine. I will rest a while, then return to Firelink Shrine. I have my sorcery. And I will be more cautious next time. Besides, I have an important task at hand.
What task is that, I wonder? Oh yeah, you can get the sorcery gear here if you so desire. I have no need of it, but there you go. Although I might dip into a bit of magic at some point. For right now I'm just doing a strength build, but nothing says I can't just go and get sorceries or pyromancies, especially pyromancies. They don't have much... Well, you don't really need many stats for pyromancy. At least I think this is the one where you didn't really need any stats for it. You just needed to upgrade your pyromancy flame. Alright, you gonna attack me? Nope. Ah, I forgot they could do that. Yep, that's what happens when you get careless. It's fine, I already upgraded up the shortcut, so I can just go and grab my souls right here. Although, admittingly, I was trying to go for a kick there, but I guess it didn't register my kick. Well. Something else I can say about this game. I love this game, but it does have some janky controls, like, especially when it comes to, like, kicking or doing the jump attack. It is, sometimes, like, most of the time I'll get it, but sometimes it'll just, like, right there, it'll just swing instead of, like, actually doing the kick. Thankfully, parries aren't that. Parries are just locked to one button, so you don't have to worry about that. It's not an issue with the game, really. It's more so an issue with the fact of how controllers have limited buttons, so you can't exactly have that mapped on one. Well, come to think of it, we could do, like... We really should, like, you know, come to think about it, none of these controllers exist, but no main console really uses them for, like, mainstream gaming, where you have like controllers with like extra buttons on the bottom. I feel like that would be handy. I really wish, because even next gen doesn't even have that. I know, because I've looked at the PS5 and the Xbox, the new Xbox controllers, and they still don't have any feature like that. I mean, granted, they're still very nice controllers, but they just are lacking that sort of thing. Probably get some custom controllers with it, but at that point you have to try to map it out, and I don't know if that's exactly compatible on the consoles. Oh well, never really tested it out. Well, they all open this stuff so we can go in here and walk. That's a metal breaker. Useful if you're going for like a really hardcore parry build, but otherwise I wouldn't fool around with it. And it's also really good for backstabbing. Like really... Like, both, basically any, like, visceral attacks, that thing will hit like a truck. Kind of useless against bosses, though. I mean, granted, people have done runs of this game where they use only their fists, so I wouldn't be surprised if someone's run through the whole game with nothing but the Mel Breaker. So you're just gonna keep your guard open? Alright, yeah you are. Alright, now we're gonna deal with a fight that can either go very well or very badly. And this video will probably be on the shorter side because of it. But just to talk about a few things, we got the black leather here. Very much thieves armor. Something else to note about us finding these sets, they are all the start, they are like, or at least the ones I think most of the ones we found so far have been the starting sets. That is because there have been other pilgrims before you that have attempted to go through here, and that is where they died. That night, like, someone was a knight and came through and died somewhere. Someone was a sorcerer, came through, died somewhere. Someone was a thief, came through, died somewhere. And you were basically finding the remnants of their equipment after you found where they died. And this place underneath is, well, basically the slums, as I said before. But we're about to face something, well, this could either go very well or very badly. Let us see. Ow. It's not what I wanted. Ow. See, if we had the Black Knight weapon, this guy would be kind of laughably easy. Here's the thing, the main thing that makes this fight hard is the dogs, though. Yep, just gotta kind of stick behind him. Because you don't want him to actually do that attack. Granted, he got it on me anyway. Ah, fuck, he got me. I'll put a cut in here then. And we're back, and I actually remembered to set myself to offline mode this time. Also made myself human and kindled the main bonfire back there, just so we'd have a bit of extra healing. Figured we might need it for this guy. Normally I'd 2 or 3 shot this guy with the Black Knight sword, and that would be it. Well then. You know, I'm actually curious. Oh my god, those are super effective. Never actually tried using these on him. Ow. Still a dick though. Really? No, I actually want to kind of nail him with more of these. Die. Die. Oh, you made me waste one, asshole. Wait, no. Oh, I ran out. Oh. Do I have any normal fire bombs? I wonder if those do any damage to him. Like, I can competently fight him in melee, it's just this is honestly kind of funny. I've never tried throwing these at him. Oh boy. Yeah, that's an attack you don't want to be hit with if you are not blocking. Or even if you are blocking. Well, I guess if he goes through your stamina, he'll eat that away. No, that's like only the second time he's ever killed me. Of course it'd be on camera. Done like 20, 30 runs of this game, and one of the 2 times he kills me, it's on camera. Of course. But either way, that's been dealt with. I think I'm going to leave it here. There wasn't much interesting to talk about down here in the lower parts of the burg, but there will be much more interesting things to talk about as we progress forward into Blighttown and the areas beyond. But anyway, that'll be for next episode. For now, I'll leave you to. This has been McMulligan. Hope you all had a great day, and take care.